Thank you, Mr President. Yes, I move to take note of the answer provided by the Minister representing the Minister for Infrastructure and Regional Development, Senator Johnston, in response to my question regarding the government's contribution of $3 billion towards the East-West Link tollway project in Victoria. My question referred to the $1.5 billion already being handed over, despite information, including the business case, not remaining secret, and the fact that it's a project which manifestly will not solve Melbourne's congestion problems. This was shown that yesterday morning, a meltdown in Melbourne's train system, which was due to antiquated signalling, showing that it's public transport that's in desperate need of investment from both the state and federal governments. However, in response to my question, the Minister spoke of contributing money to infrastructure, but then proceeded to spruik the benefits of the East-West Link, totally ignoring the question about the desperate need for investment in public transport. How can we possibly believe the government's ascribed benefits to the East-West Link when the critical information remains secret? Despite the government having made a commitment to release information and particularly business cases for any project where the federal government is contributing over $100 million. They have not done this in this case. So I asked the Minister whether he reconfirmed this commitment and did he actually believe that this information, including the business case, including cost-benefit analyses, should be publicly available before the funds were handed over, and got no assurance at all that this shroud of secrecy would be lifted. No timeline for releasing the business case, despite the facts that contracts have now been signed for the East-West Link project in Victoria, and despite the case that we now have financial closure on the project, so there is absolutely no issues of commercial in confidence, meaning that the business case can't be released. And in response to noting that in the other place that the Minister had said that he expected the Infrastructure Australia would be able to release the business case, I also noted that in our estimates hearings last week, the Infrastructure is saying they felt that the business case would have to be released by the Victorian government. But we have got no assurance that the business case is going to be released. No understanding at all as to when we're going to receive this information, despite that there is $3 billion of our taxpayers' money going into this project, with no transparent accountability to the community. One can only surmise that the numbers on the East-West Link don't add up, or they would be on the public record. If the benefit-cost ratio was positive and robust, we would know about it. But instead, this information constantly has not been released. On the contrary, what we do know about this road is that it is massively unpopular, it is massively expensive, $18 billion for 18 kilometres of road. That's $1 million per metre. And spending this amount of money means that there is no money going to be available for the substantial investments that are needed in our public transport infrastructure. The substantial investments, for example, in the new high-capacity signalling which is required in order to stop the breakdowns and to stop the collapse in the whole train system that Melbourne experienced yesterday morning. We know that the East-West Tollway is massively polluting. We know that it's going to result in hundreds of houses being acquired. We know that it's going to result in parkland being destroyed for this new road project. The Senate has ordered the production of documents, including the business case, 3 times now, and 3 times they've been released. So what I was trying to get out of my question to the government was when would we be able to get this business case, which is so desperately needed, so that the information can be on the public record and we can be having transparent, accountable, evidence-based decision-making on these infrastructure projects, rather than decisions being made, dodgy decisions being made, in the interests of who knows who, certainly not in the interests of the community. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Rice. The question is the motion moved by Senator Rice be agreed to. Those of that opinion say aye. Those against say no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it.